Fit for Life Radio. This is Gary.
And Will.
We're with Coastal Strength and Fitness. Today's, we're going to say 217, episode 217, but we might actually, it might come before 216.
Don't worry.
Whatever.
Everybody.
These last two, they're you know,
whatever.
One and the same.
Yeah.
So today we want to talk about, for our clients, our upcoming in about a month from now, our like test week, and then Coastal Triathlon.
So it's like a test week that culminates in a little Saturday challenge.
Yeah, a little Saturday event. And yeah, just some tips for the week in the event.
Yeah, just we'll lay it all out and, some advice mainly for that Saturday on how to, what to do leading up to it, because people have asked us.
Yeah. So in general, realize like the things during the week, they're not competitions, they're tests for yourself. They're really more for tracking and looking at progress over time.
Yeah, they're benchmarks. That's all the during the week stuff is.
The trap bar deadlift, dumbbell bench press, and the air bike burpee that we're going to be doing. You just show up and work out like you've been working, and those are to help you benchmark your progress with those. Right? That's the thing. People like you don't kill yourself to make adaptions, right? You actually want to like straddle your effort, and it's actually counterproductive to like try to make everything a all out, 100% all out. So you just do the program the way it's designed, and these help you benchmark it. Now, then the culmination in the Coastal Triathlon is a fun little event, is kind of a competition to go all out and push yourself. But again, with that, because we made it and stuff we always use. So it's going to be about a combination of 3 cardio machines. You're in a team of 3, and each person only does 1.
Yeah, you pick one.
Because ultimately, look, we're like, if it was one person doing the whole thing, you would be miserable. So
it's awful. Well, we did do that as a challenge, if you remember that.
Yeah.
And did you do it too? I think we all did it, didn't we?
Yeah.
That sucked.
But so some people have asked, what can they do to train for it, right? Well, really just keep doing the program. Now, you obviously want to be using, say you're doing the air bike part of the challenge or the rower or the skier, you want to be
using those regularly.
What's the word I'm looking for? Proficient, right? Yeah. Well, but the great thing is, so here's the thing. If you come Monday, Wednesday only, you would want to add in some cardio days, but we use all those on almost all the cardio days.
Tuesday and Thursday, we're generally using all 3.
Yep.
There's sometimes we're used to, but Friday, you're going to get them.
Friday, you have the option, typically. We do a cardio machine station in the Friday circuit, and then you get to choose. So obviously, if you know the one you're going to be doing for the event, you would choose that one. And the reality is, by then exposing yourself to using the machine more, you're going to improve your efficiency and ability with it. Now, the air bike, there's not much to it. There's almost
just ride. No
technical component. And the other 2, you definitely, the ski erg and the rower, there are. So, and then ultimately you would want to increase your cardiovascular fitness kind of on these implements. And again, the answer is going to be just add in an extra cardio day.
Yep.
So if you already come Monday through Friday, then you're doing your max, you'll be good. Like you're going to, if you come say Monday, Wednesday, Friday now and add in a Tuesday or a Thursday or both. And that's really all you need to do.
Yeah.
And you don't need to like try to kill yourself. Like our program, we do different like zones, and I mean we range through
the intervals are going to be from like a low, like we'll say like a 30-second,
which is going to be a higher intensity,
and then we have up to like 90 seconds,
which is going to be a lower intensity. So you're working the different zones and intensities by just showing up, just do the program.
And those are going to change weekly. So like if you're coming regularly on Tuesday now, like you are going to get exposed to those different intensities and times of doing things, which is also important.
And then the other thing is like because all these cardio machines are also power. There's a power component, so it's like get stronger too.
Yeah.
So, and again, come to the strength days. Are you getting stronger? Are you improving your cardiovascular fitness by just doing the program? If you just do the program, you're gonna be prepared.
Yes. Agreed. And
you
if
know.
if you want to take a Tuesday or a Thursday and also maybe get like points on your form and hey,
Yep.
like what can I do better? Like we can always do that. It's not
Yeah.
an overly technical day, so
Those classes are smaller.
yeah, like we could always do that too. So if you do want to, work on it.
Yeah, ask for some tips and pointers.
Yeah.
And it's literally as simple as that. Now, really, the funny thing is people will get hung up on that stuff, which I do. The real thing you need to figure out is like your fueling. Like, do not make the mistake because this is going to be an all-out effort. If you don't normally eat like a meal right before you train, and that's going to be the thing. It's going to be probably at a different time than you're used to normally exercising.
Yep.
So you need to kind of see where you feel best. And when most people get sick, it's when they like have a full stomach. So you normally want to, if you're gonna have a meal, bigger meal, have it a couple hours before. Don't eat right before. If you do,
Yeah, don't show up throwing down a banana or two. Like just please don't.
yeah, like do something liquid. A Gatorade.
Gotta be the worst food to eat before something intense for me.
But that's what you want to play around with is how far away do you need a meal and or what is the composition of this meal. That's what I'd be
Probably
more
not a mimosa.
Yeah.
That's
The night before or the morning of.
the morning of.
That's going to be the biggest thing.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. Get a good night's sleep. Don't go party the night before. Someone's gonna do it, and that's fine. But
Yep.
can always give you advice.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And then, as far as anything else, like caffeine has a strong benefit on kind of like performance. Now,
Yeah.
if you already drink a ton of caffeine, you're kind of numb to it.
Yeah.
It's not going to make a big difference. If you're not, you can have some strategic caffeine.
Yeah, more's not better. Please
Yeah.
don't have like 2 energy drinks or 3 scoops of pre-workout and then have a heart attack.
But
Please don't.
The mechanism is caffeine. I believe it like whatever it does, in your brain, it dulls like your pain perception. So when you're able to, so then you get into like a cardio thing or whatever, you kind of,
Stick it longer.
it helps with that. That's just a little thing. But yeah, ultimately add in a cardio day.
That's it.
So you get a little more work on the machine that you're doing.
A little more gusto.
If you have the option on some of those days to choose the one that you'll be doing.
Yep.
And then for these, regular strength stuff, no, just keep working up, follow the program. On those days, give what you have. Don't cheat yourself. It's not about
It's not about high score.
It's not, because then people will like change their form or just do something janky, and now you're not even getting an accurate depiction of where you're at.
Yeah.
Right. So the reality is like keep your technique good, work up to where we're asking you, and give yourself a good piece of data.
Yeah. It's a snapshot of where you're at, right? It's not a trophy that we're looking for. So just take the honest snapshot and do the move how you've always done it, and that's all we care about.
Yeah.
That's it. Everyone's done a really good job. We've had a lot of PRs, so I'm real pumped for that week.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be good.
Should be good. And then we'll be doing at least the weekly portion 6 months later. So kind of every 6 months, we'll see about the triathlon. So that's pretty much.
That's it.
Yeah, it's simple. It doesn't need to.
Just do the stuff.
Do the stuff. Show up. It all comes back to like attend consistently.
Just show up to the gym.
Yeah. Meet your guidelines.
Yeah. Your move minutes.
Your aerobic guidelines, your physical activity guidelines, which either that podcast came out right before this one,
Or it's going to come out right after.
or it's going to come out right after.
We haven't decided yet.
Technically, we want to get this one out, so you got some time.
Yeah.
Before, but yeah, look forward to it.
It's going to be good.
Will be out. Actually, Will, Kristen, and Julia.
Are we all out?
Yeah.
Damn.
So Ben, you're stuck with Ben
And Diego.
and Diego and myself.
And Gary.
But I think we're gonna do it. Put a little
Good. Diego's like, are you going to join my team?
line it up.
I was like, I'm not going to be here.
I'm the boss though, so I get to choose which one I want to do.
What are you going to do?
So I mean, honestly, I'm not good at the. I mean, I'm okay, but if we're talking like let's knock this thing out. Like ski ergs, just I don't know, doesn't.
Well, it's not something you do often.
Yeah, but rower I always feel pretty good about, or air bike.
Yeah.
So actually, I mean, just being able to give the most power output, like up between the three of us. I don't know. Diego will probably be best at skier because one time we did something and his numbers were
Nah, he's
really
good.
good on that. And then
I think Ben
on the rower.
Ben would be fine at anything.
Yeah, he's got a little more length though.
Yeah.
Like he's got a little more advantage on the rower, and then
he'll crush that.
And then the bike is something I do.
You do that regularly.
Most of all those, so that's probably what I'll choose. But the bike, it's like that's the hard part with the bike though, is it can give you the most suck almost.
It does
because you are able to just focus on output.
It blows.
It's gonna just be
so
brutal.
you're just wrenching the whole time.
Like my personal preference.
I would do the rower.
Would be rower, yeah. I always, because like rower, it's like there's like two components. There's like the leg drive and then the upper body drive, and it's almost like you get a little break.
Well, there is that like pull to reset, and that's enough sometimes.
So
the bike's a constant grind.
Man, it's just gonna suck.
Yeah. Good luck.
That's the thing.
I'm gonna be drinking coffee.
I would rather do like something that's like
short
10 minutes.
Oh. 10 minutes?
Or than something that's 2 minutes.
Like 10 minutes max calories on the bike?
Yeah, because you're still going to have, it's not the same intensity. You're going to have to pull back some.
I don't know.
You have to pace yourself.
I don't know if I would do a good job on the bike of being able to pace for 10 minutes. Personally, I think I would have a lot of trouble with it. Because I would come out too strong probably. Even knowing it's 10 minutes.
I'm not even saying like a 10-minute, like say it was just some kind of cardio thing that was a longer duration.
Yeah, you'd prefer that.
Because there's naturally going to be more like, okay, because you can't truly maintain, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, 2 minutes. But even then, 1 minute's almost worse. Because you can truly almost maintain that like all out. Where even at 2 minutes, you got to like keep something because you don't want to just come to a halt.
Mm-hmm. Which 2 minutes you will.
So.
And that's like 2 minutes is like, dude, like running the 800.
Yeah. You know, it's funny now we just talked about, like, I need to figure out what I'm going to eat that day.
You better, yeah.
It's at a different time, so, and I normally have like a big old breakfast. But
don't be the only person that throws up.
Nah. You know what gets me is those like tension headaches.
That happens to me too.
I don't breathe when I do it.
Yep.
I like hold my breath. Not purposefully.
When the going gets tough, it makes it easier to hold your breath in the moment.
I don't know.
But don't hold your breath, please. I tell people that at the gym all the time.
So
can't be the guy that does it.
There you go. There you have it.
Show up to the gym, do the thing.
Do the thing.
And you will get better at it. Novel idea, but it'll work. Mm-hmm. And feel free to ask questions. Holler at us.
And realize both, say you come to a cardio day and it's 90 seconds and you come to one and it's 30, you're training at different, like working both those intensities helps benefit for the test.
Yes.
Even though the test is like super specific, you're building different components around that because you need your anaerobic engine, to push at that high level, but it's always underpinned
by your aerobic.
That's kind of like the big engine, and then the other one's like the afterburners, or
whatever you want to call it.
Probably a better analogy.
Yeah,
but they're both important.
But yeah, you need to train all of your energy systems. Yeah. So that's why, and that's part of why we do it. It's good to reach those things.
And then, truthfully, when I think about it, the real reality, because it is then kind of like an event in that day and a competition, the really almost overriding factor is going to be your just the mental fortitude, which actually go to a Saturday SmackDown.
Yeah.
Because you got to then work with those internal conversations while you're pushing through it. So
yep, because everyone else is doing it.
Yeah, I just go back to running suicides.
Yep, I remember
in the basketball court. Even though we played baseball, I'm like, why are we running like this? But it was for mental. It was just to break us,
dude. And you're just a little tougher when you get tired after you've been running suicides nonstop. You outlast them. I don't know.
All right. So if you're still unsure, grab a coach.
Yeah.
Grab Big Willie. We'll get you set.
hook you up.
All right. Thanks for listening.
All right, catch you next time.